I have been through 4 generations of dating in my teens, in my 20s, in my 30s, in my 40s. So I have seen the dating scene change completely from what it was in my teens to now. And I have seen and talked to probably about 10,000 men, primarily, about sex over the years. Because yes, I was an escort in my teens and early 20s, and then I became a madam and ran escort agencies. And then most recently, over the last 10, 15 years, I have been a dominatrix and have moved into this sort of niche service that I'll be offering, which is an invite for both individuals and couples to come to me and talk to me about anything that is really, truly affecting their relationships in terms of their sex life and fetishes and kinks that one of the partners or both of the partners may have and how it's affecting them. It's very uncomfortable to go to a sex therapist, I think, and talk to somebody that has zero life experience, no hands-on experience, and sit down and talk about these sort of issues. I'm not a registered or licensed therapist, but I am offering my services, confidential services, one-on-one, online mainly, to talk to people about anything that you don't really feel like you can talk to the everyday therapist about. And I do have counseling in my education. I have worked for the Vancouver Crisis Line. I've worked with Youth at Risk. I have taken the Counseling Skills Certification Program at a local college. So I will do my best to steer you in the right direction, actually give you advice, and give you basically my feedback and my thoughts. Is there such a thing as normal? Because there is so much alternative material and content out there, especially when it comes to porn. And porn, might I add, really caters to the audience. So porn takes extreme situations and creates extreme content to reel in the audience, so to speak. So what you see on porn is very far from realistic. Even the positions that they do in porn are very much not comfortable. They're not really experiencing orgasms. Even half of the orgasms, more than almost the majority of the orgasms you see coming from males are staged. It's not real cum. They have ways to make that graphically, and they edit it in to make it look as if they're in complete bliss and heaven. But really and truly, it takes a lot of work to make porn, and it's basically an illusion what you're watching. So you can't base your own sexual desires on porn, although everybody is doing that these days and expecting these crazy and wild and extreme situations from their partners, which, I find that that's rather sad, because it's not, in reality, sex is not like that. But back to your gender identity crisis, which it has become an era. It's an entire generation right now of gender crisis. And, being almost 50 years old, I myself have struggled particularly when I've had many bad relationships in a row with men. I sometimes think to myself, God, if only I like pussy. If only I could, be with a woman. And then I try it. And I've tried to be with women. I have dated women. I've been in relationships with women, and I've enjoyed them. But sexually, it doesn't turn me on. It doesn't do anything for me. In fact, I'm rather turned off by it. So everybody these days seems like they're trying things sexually with the same sex. And that is confusing them in terms of their gender. But it shouldn't confuse you in terms of your gender. If anything, it should be a question as to your sexual desires and what do you really like. And then accepting that soon, and just be gentle with yourself.